We're going to talk about a few little factors that could push the market up or down. Let's find out. So welcome to the channel. If you are new, please do subscribe, hit the bell button, like and comment. No hat, I know. Please do check out my socials because I'm going to mention a trade that I've done. Put it all over socials. So if you got it, nice work. If not, So I'm going to talk about this first. Crypto Whale, a very, very good account on Twitter. Definitely check it out. Inflow of volume to the world of exchanges, i.e. Bitcoin into exchanges, is pretty high right now. Now, the coincidental sort of fact of this is it could go either way. I want to talk about some past data in terms of like memory of what happened when this happened last time. We dumped massively, but this might be a little bit different. Why? My opinion is, if this is like feelings of a bull run and people are taking profits and putting them into that DeFi bubble that would appear to be forming right now with overvalued meme coins and shite basically, we may have problems if you FOMO. Things will get interesting. So what we might actually see, scenario number one, let's talk about scenario number one. We may see Bitcoin dump, but they're not dumping as in going out of Bitcoin completely or out the market. They're going to put them into altcoins. That could be an interesting proposition. Where could that money go into? Well, I want to talk about a coin in this video, XRP. We're going to talk about that in a second. There's other coins as well I want to talk about throughout this video, just to give you an insight of where things could go. I'm also going to mention IOST, as you can probably see in the title. Now, big fundamental flaw here is this could dump massively and we could correct hugely and completely wipe us out completely. We could go back down to 9k, 7k, whatever in an instant. We've seen it before in the past with Bitcoin over a period of a week or so. It's crazy. But in the 2017-18 bull run, Bitcoin rose. Profits were taken into altcoins. They went fucking to the moon and they just took off like a rocket. And the dominance dropped. We will look at the dominance chart as well throughout this video. So, food for thought, write it on your list. Make sure you understand that. But I want to introduce you to IOST. This was a trade I put on my Twitter, so please do check my Twitter out. Follow me. I don't have enough followers. I don't have enough engagement, so please do say hello. It's been doing all right over the last few weeks, but the big thing about this is not so much the what it is and why it is and stuff. This is like a fundamental flip where there's a ton of shit happening over the next few months. There's also one thing that perked up my interest. So if you go to CoinMarketCal, put in IOST, you're going to see some shit. DeFi. They've got funding for DeFi. They've got a big old fund available for DeFi, decentralized finance, to start doing DeFi on their blockchain. It is a massive buzzword right now. Okay, this is not a long-term hold. This is a flip, right? Let me just make that very, very clear. It is going to go up in price due to that word of having, explore DeFi and complete and land at least 3 applications. Ooh. You've obviously got governance mechanisms, you've got cross-chain technology, community expansion, you got partner node optimization, you've got freaking everything. This will pump. It's also Chinese, right? The Chinese coins at the minute are doing quite well. You've got to look at the long-term gravity effect of those little bubbles that we talk about in terms of DeFi. How long can it go? What will happen if that Bitcoin moves into some solid DeFi projects? Is there any? I don't know yet. It's very, very early days to say. So just be mindful of that. But one thing is very, very apparent with the chart is there's still a long way to go. Now, this is overall my current trade right now. I'm actually in this. I'm up 40% right now, which is nice. We've got a long way to go. In my opinion, we've got a long way to go. We could easily go back up to these levels here of May, July 2019, which is a big run from here. So we retraced back into the 618 levels, and then we're going towards this weekly level. This is the last weekly zone. This is the next one. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if we went up to this level to 1 cent. So that is my current trade. If you do follow me on Twitter, my pinned tweet, by the way, it's going to be a documentation of all the trades I undertake on Binance Futures, by the way, just to let you know. So I will label them and stuff. So this was number one. Currently running nicely in profit. I've also got my stop loss in profit, happy day. But as I say, this is a fundamental flip. I bought some on spot and I bought some on margin just to kind of boost up my account because I'm starting off with a small account. But let's talk about a few things as well. Going back into here, if you go into the world of like CoinMarketCap, and Cap, go into this one first and then go into CoinMarketCap, see what they're doing. But you're looking at the likes of Chainlink. Can money go into Chainlink and boost it even more? Most likely, yes. This one I want to talk about in a second, okay, at the end, so stick around. But there's a load of projects here that, in my opinion, are very, very undervalued, but have also had some really big pumps. So, for example, Go, back from the old 2017 days, has pumped massively. Waves has pumped massively. So you see Go, you can see Waves, you see all these coins just pumping like crazy right now. If I go to this here, you're going to see some crazy little, there you go. So you got Ocean Protocol, you got Ren, Basic Attention Token doing very well too. You got OX, you got Tron. All these tokens are pumping right now. Lisk has got a halving very, very soon. That was one I mentioned as well in my group. There's loads here pumping right now. Absolutely pumping right now. It's all about timing and getting in a position. That's why investors win and they get the Lambos, because they're investing and accumulating in like good fundamental projects. Long term, boom, off we go. Alt season. So keep an eye on that. But what I will say is here, there's all kinds of stuff to look at. And if I look at the BTC chart right now, one thing is very, very apparent with this. And this is very, very obvious. And you should realistically be looking at this. If you're not looking at this, you're doing it wrong. We are at an absolute toppy level here, this 12k level. If you zoom in enough, you can see that is obvious resistance. That is just... If we stick around here and consolidate here for a while, alts are going to carry on going. But where does that money from, you know, the exchange account going to go to? That's the question. That's what we want to know. But can it go to XRP? Ultimate question. Now, if you zoom out on XRP, just briefly, this is the Bybit chart. It's not the greatest chart in the world. We're going to go with this range anyways. But in the past, it's been a lot higher. We know that. It's been over $3 for fuck's sake. So, when you look at this, we've pumped massively. But, boys and girls, we have also corrected. Look at this as a correction. We're about to go again. I'm pretty freaking sure that this is about to go and retest its 32, 33 cent region again. And possibly even higher, in my opinion. So if you're looking at this in terms of a possible retracement, it didn't even retrace enough because of the liquidity. When you look at it, it only just tapped the 382. It didn't go right the way into this weekly zone, but look at these wicks. These wicks are telling you one thing: liquidity grab. This could, if the market is still portraying that there is buying volume throughout the entire market, this range here is pure liquidity for the upside, potentially. So, bullish candles right now, you can see them there, very, very obvious and clear. If you zoom in, you can see them. They're very, very bullish. They're people buying up XRP. We know what happens with XRP when it goes, right? It goes nuts, utter nuts. So just be careful of it if you are FOMOing in. In my opinion, I think this buying range isn't too bad. It could have been obviously a lot better, but you got to look at the past as well. It's been a lot higher. It has the gravity to push through things. XRP is a beast, right? Whether you like it or not, this will just pump. It will. You've seen all the other coins I just mentioned before pumping like crazy, but just be careful of that. But one thing I want to address here, if you did look at this as a potential entry zone, and in my opinion, actually, let me just... Where's my thing gone? I don't even know where it's gone now. But, moving on. No. There it is. Idiot. So, when you look at that region there, obviously you could get a much better order if it does fall lower, but we need to create a high. But if it creates a high and we go beyond this level here, which is, by the way, to the T, profit zone, on the nose, perfect. Use Fibonacci's, they're amazing. What you're going to see is a potential boom. But just expect something to happen, because this isn't really pumped yet. That's only 16% move, 15% move. That's only 24%. When you look at the world of like what has just popped, you know, Go, Waves, etc., gives you an insight of what could happen here. So finally, before we end, hello, BTC dominance is starting to look a bit ropey. Now, I did a little bit on this before. We'll go to the weekly time frame. We'll see this in more detail. There we go. So obviously we're going back into the world of, oh shit, you know, this is my alt season breaker. This level here, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but if we break below this, fuck, we're going up in terms of altcoins. That would indicate the total 2 chart, but this one here would probably go up as well as this comes down. If that's the case, your altcoins are going to go to the moon. Not financial advice, but just be careful, just in case you are not positioned, just in case. But it's not the sort of the echoing rally cry to go and jump into altcoins right now. You should be tactical. You should already be in them. You should already be chilling. Have your ratios ready for your BTC. Have your ratios ready for your altcoins that you're holding, you've been accumulating. Just be careful, because this could actually do the opposite. This could go bing, bounce back up. If it does bounce, it would indicate that alts have dumped, and BTC is probably dumped as well. But most importantly, the aggressiveness of the altcoins dumping and taking profits, etc., will outweigh Bitcoin because it's been consolidating. Right, video done. Hope you're good. But yeah, still in a nice little profit on IOST. Happy days, looking to build that futures account up from a very, very small amount, I may add. So yeah, we're having a bit of fun with it. I've never used Binance Futures, just to let you know. Not really a big fan of it, be honest with you. I prefer spot. But for me, the Binance Futures risk management, the stop loss and the take profit is fucking awful. So just be careful if you are using it. So there you go. Au revoir. Hope you enjoy the hair. Yes, I do have hair. I've had way too much hair, but I cut. So yeah, please do like, subscribe, comment, follow me on socials. I'll see you again tomorrow.